You know who you are.
All right.
You're on the air.
You're on the air.
Good evening, and welcome to the Kennebunkport Planning Board meeting of the 18th of February. There are 3 applications that we're going to deal with this evening. We do have a quorum. We're short a couple of people, actually. We have a new member, but he's not here yet. And so we'll take attendance. Make sure we speak. George, nice to see you. Always a pleasure.
There are openings on the planning board, I will throw that out.
No, technically there aren't. Right?
Oh, what?
We have 2 alternates. We have 2 alternates remaining, yep.
And were there minutes that came on?
Yeah, it's come out. Should.
There were some that were circulated.
And I found them. Okay.
I thought they were fine as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would move to accept those minutes.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. We approve the minutes, and those were from the 4th. of
4th.
February.
Yeah.
That's not on the original item. Okay. So we'll begin with the first item on here is number 250801, Bath Lane. And this is a continued public hearing this evening.
Good evening, James Lowry.
James, as you begin, I noticed the agenda lists this as a 4-lot subdivision. Did that change?
It did.
Yeah.
That was item number 1 on my to convey list to you
All
all.
right.
Yes.
I'll let you begin.
No worries. James Lowry, BH2M. Yes, per the advice, so to speak, of counsel and input of the town attorney, we did remove what we show now on the plan, I'll point it out in just a second, as the outsale lot from the actual subdivision. So now the subdivision is technically a 3-lot subdivision. All of our net density and open space calculations have been done off of that 3 lots and the approximately 2.85 acres of gross property area. Since our last meeting together back in December, right before the holidays, we've also done a couple of other changes to the plans that were part of a letter mailed back at the end of January. As you notice on the road layout and lot layout, we've shortened the road quite a bit, taken the curve out at the very end. Been able to adjust the lot lines to hopefully come up with 3 good-sized buildable lots. I know there were some questions about the one parcel right in what was in the middle last time, so I think we've made an improvement on the lot layout there. We've also reworked the open space. We do provide the 15%, the required 15% open space within the property with this layout. We've updated the limits of the wetland as you flow, as the wetland that comes under the culvert right at the new turnaround. Public comment indicated that may extend up to the end of Reynolds Lane. We had our wetland scientists go out before really any more bad weather set in, so he was able to hang some more flags. We were survey located those, and that's depicted on the plan now. We've added the 75-foot stream setback officially to the plan. I think I had an exhibit for you all at our December meeting per some abutter comment that there was a stream that cut through there. We took the plan from the Heritage Housing Trust, were able to scale it appropriately and lay in where the stream was, delineated on that property, offset 75 feet for our building setback. And then revised the hydrant location down on Old Cape Road. We did get, that was per some comments from the Water District, we did get confirmation late this afternoon that the engineer with the Water District had coordinated with the fire chief. They were happy with the location, and I emailed Galen that, as well as some of the other minor changes to the plans that we had addressed when we sent those in a couple of weeks ago. And also updated the stormwater plans and calculations per some comments from Acorn. Just so you guys are clear on, I noticed some quizzical faces. This is the section of wetland that originally, a small portion of that was delineated, and that's been extended up through right in there. This is the 75-foot stream setback that we've officially added to the plan. The stream is this heavier dark line, which is completely off the property. So that's been added in, and as you can see, much of that area up in this corner, or all of that area, is outside of the building setbacks, which are, form these more pointed, triangular shaped pieces right up in the corner. So really, that was all sort of part of this rework of the lot layout, in addition to the open space, to make that really, this corner not be as able to encroach into the stream area.
And that is still part of that lot?
The hatched area here is technically part of the open space.
Okay.
There is a small piece that does overlap the lot.
Okay.
But the stream setback runs right through here, and the building setback really stops short of that on both lots.
And the open space is now wrapped around the edge?
Correct. We've got a larger area there to provide some buffer to the Burke piece, and then there's we took this, we sort of modeled this off of an access that was provided around for the open space on the Heritage Housing Trust. One of Nadia's comments will be to do some coordination with the Housing Trust to make sure that what is and is not allowed in our open space, especially right here where it borders theirs, aligns where you would have effectively two 10-foot strips.
Perhaps okay, so it's been a while since I looked at the housing trust.
Yep.
So there's a 10-foot strip along that edge that the housing trust has as open space?
Correct.
Okay.
And I have that.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, what did you mean, James? One of Nadia's comments will be,
So one of the comments that Nadia made as a suggestion, and this is something that's in your comprehensive plan, is when you have two abutting properties that have abutting open spaces, that they look at shared use of those open space between, because you're right next to each other. So that's just a suggestion.
Okay.
what's the form of that suggestion that you're alluding to? Is
It was-
a verbal comment?
It was in the memo that Nadia
Yeah,
provided
it's
for
in the memo.
tonight's
It's in
meeting.
the planning,
Yep, it's in the planner's memo.
which I'm
It's just
looking
a
for which version of that?
February 13th, 2026.
I don't have my notice.
It was under page 6, item 26. And the comment was, the proposed open space is adjacent to the open space in the abutting subdivision owned by the Neighborhood Housing Trust. Staff recommends the developer reach out to the Neighborhood Housing Trust to discuss the possibility of a shared open space agreement for the benefit of both subdivisions. So this isn't something that needs to be part of the plan tonight. It's part of something for final plan if they want to consider it.
I'm aggravated at myself for not having that at hand, that's all.
There's a lot of documents on this.
Sorry.
No, I'm happy to unless you guys have more questions right now, I'm happy to relinquish for the public hearing and.
Let's just see if there are questions for the board. From the board.
I thought there'd been some discussion about whether Lot 2, which was, I guess, primarily in the Cape Porpoise zone.
The old layout, Lot 2 was generally split. The predominant part was in the Cape Porpoise zone.
Right, and the abutter who had a lawyer giving comments on that had challenged that, using the predominance in the Cape Porpoise zone, which had a smaller square footage requirement for Lot 2.
Correct.
And therefore enabled you to use Lot 2. And I think the staff office had said, you know, generally they view the majority of the property in Cape Porpoise zone means Cape Porpoise zone lot requirements would govern.
Right, and our plan, the prior rendition of the plan did have, say, a 20,000 square foot lot right in this general area. So there was some discussion. I think staff supported our prior plan that was okay to have the Cape Porpoise West zone govern from a dimensional standpoint, and then wouldn't need to be a 40,000 square foot like we have Lot 1 right here.
Right, my recollection was the abutter's attorney challenged that.
He did, and we refuted that, and I think at this point, it's even Lot 2, what we have proposed, only has a very small amount of land in the free enterprise zone, which would require the 40,000.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
So, you know, so it's even, to me, it's less in question with this new layout.
Fair enough.
Anything else, Steve?
No, I didn't have a question.
I was hoping you could remind me of the history we've gone through a little bit during this preliminary phase.
Sure.
I find myself without an integrated package in my hand because it's been through so much. Would you take me through the naming changes and where we are now?
I may not remember all of the naming changes, but it started as Salty Air Lane or Drive, something along those lines. That was deemed to be too close to other salty-related items in town. At that point, it was proposed to be Seabound, I believe. Seabound Way, again, a little too close to other maritime names. So we are now at Driftwood Drive.
All right. Because I know tonight it's on the agenda as Bath Lane.
Right,
So,
yeah,
at
off
least
of
in my
Bath Lane.
mind it was.
Yep,
So in the future, we're gonna refer to this as the Driftwood Lane subdivision.
Driftwood Drive,
Driftwood Drive.
yep. And we have gotten confirmation from staff that was vetted
Yeah.
through the assessor, everybody, and I don't expect any more naming changes.
So when your first preliminary package came here, I was able to go through it with the application, and answered all the questions, and that area calculations, and it was all, I had a hell of a time this afternoon trying to look at that again.
Figure it, yep,
And I'm comfortable, we followed a process. I'm hoping that you're gonna be on the hook in the final package to have an integrated package with all of the information consistent and without all of this.
sure. And ultimately, what went on, what was brought up and what the town attorney weighed in on was that this piece, because it wasn't contiguous, wasn't appropriate to be part of the subdivision.
Right, and that
So-
comes right out of the main statutes, as it turns out, we just weren't.
Right. So this area and everything that was proposed along with this area, namely the open space that was down in the front part, was effectively not allowed to be part of the subdivision anymore. So, exactly, so that's what really prompted us to look at, could we reduce the length of the right-of-way, free up some more usable space within the property to meet the minimum lot requirements, as well as the 15% open space, and, you know, we feel this configuration does that.
Understood. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Actually, can I throw one more?
Yeah, please.
While we're on that, the open space, that will remain wooded, I mean, particularly around the abutters off of Reynolds Lane?
Yeah,
'Cause I know that had been brought up as well in the,
Site issues.
Yep, so this area here, we felt this did another advantage, was eliminating that curve. You wouldn't have the lights coming around necessarily with a road. There's still, the driveway on lot 3 will likely cut up more in a easterly direction, up on the plan. And then, this driveway will probably come down and if a home is up in this area from the abutters, wouldn't be as potentially intrusive with light. So I think personally that this layout also helps to alleviate the buffering concerns along this property line, because you've got an open space area right up in here that's immediately off of the hammerhead, as well as the 10-foot undisturbed area. Per your ordinance, it's very limited what you can do within the public open space. One of the things is utilities. We wouldn't envision constructing any utilities in the open space to connect to an abutting piece.
so you don't foresee having a shared driveway between 2 and 3?
We don't propose that right now. We could talk to Mike, and come up with that, but we depicted on our grading plan where we've got 2 separate driveways coming off of the end of the road, and feel that works, so that's not something that we're proposing.
And you still have a buildable lot down here that's separate from this subdivision.
Down here, correct. Yep.
Not for planning. Too bad. You ready to open the public hearing? Is there anybody here in the audience at the fire station that is interested in speaking to this? No? How about on Zoom?
Yes, Rick Sherman has his hand raised.
So Rick Sherman, our planning board member?
Yes, how are you?
Hi, Rick. I didn't.
Got a bigger quorum than we thought.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am muted throughout the call unless you unmute me. But, so a question, I don't have anything from the public hearing, but I do have a question regarding the revised plan. First, I thank you for going back and being responsive to the different changes that we've asked you to do. But recently, we've become keenly aware of the width of roads and how the roads are designed. And you mentioned the hammerhead. And I just want to make sure that you didn't do any changes with the hammerhead or the road to make it smaller or adjust it in any way to kind of comply with the ask that we had with the lot size or the lot layout. Does that make sense?
It does, and the proposed road width is the same as before, 16-foot gravel, and the dimensions of the hammerhead are the same as what was originally worked out through the fire chief. So, yeah, no changes to.
Oh,
to
perfect,
what we had
perfect. That was my
previously done.
question.
It's just slightly relocated.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure we didn't do any changes to what the fire chief had already approved. Thank you.
Anything else, Rick?
No, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And can we leave Rick with the ability
I
to
will
speak?
promote him to a panelist.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
Wow, a promotion.
Yes. Hold on one moment, we're promoting Rick. We have Leslie with her hand raised. Leslie, you can speak.
Hi.
You're unmuted, but we don't hear you.
What do you suggest we do, Dave?
It's a problem on her end, I can't do anything about it.
Is there any way for her to call?
Yes, if she goes to the website and finds the phone number, or I can find it in just a moment.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's 929-205-6099. That's what's on the agenda.
And where will that ring?
Where's that gonna ring?
Zoom World.
No,
Yes.
want
You
someone,
need a meeting ID usually with that.
Okay. I have a meeting ID as well. Leslie, I don't know if you can hear me.
I just put the ID on the bottom.
You did? Okay, good. Okay.
is there anyone else in the interim as we're waiting on that? Was that the only? hand
Yes,
raised?
we have one more that just raised their hand.
Oh, we try that.
Heather's iPhone, you can speak when you unmute yourself.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great, super, thank you. I'm unfortunately remote. I just have a question about the layout. I
Could you identify
understand.
yourself, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, Heather Strelazzi Ward at 5 Reynolds Lane.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't have the ability to see the plan right now. I'm curious. It sounds like it was reduced from a 4-lot subdivision to a 3-lot subdivision.
Yes.
Can you tell me, because I cannot see the plan right now, are there still 3 lots in the larger, it was a split parcel, my recollection. There was 1 lot at the corner of Old Cape Road and Bath Lane. Is that now removed from
That's
the application?
exactly.
So there's,
Exactly. Right.
okay,
And the 3 that are
okay.
off of the, what is now called Driftwood Drive are the 3 lots of this subdivision.
okay. Follow-up question, is there any update on the Maine Natural Areas program, the focus area, or any other information from Inland Fisheries and Wildlife regarding rare turtles? Was there any update? I think someone was going to follow up. Thank you for showing the plan.
I'll leave that to you, James. I don't have any information.
We don't have an update on that from the last meeting that there was going to be some information was provided or perhaps shared with the town that we haven't been made aware of if there would potentially be any, any significant mapped areas that aren't available more to the public.
So I did reach out to at least the beginning with Habitat, with Maine DEP, their mapping folks, to confirm about the spotted turtles and other turtles species that are being shielded, as it was mentioned during the public hearing for this project before. The staff person that I did speak with, they confirmed that they are shielding it. However, they never gave me a solution as to what path municipalities need to take now to make sure that projects do not have any species on there, since they don't have a public map. So I did call to the commissioner today to ask for a follow-up, because no one's getting back to me. And the assistant did respond back and said that they're going to put me in touch with the right person. So I don't know what the long-term solution is going to be at this point. But at least we can try to hopefully get a resolution on this, I think, during the final plan approval. Because again, the final plan, you need all agency approvals at that point anyway.
Understood.
All right, so someone at Inland Fisheries and Wildlife will be getting back to you regarding if and where the known locations of rare turtles might be in this vicinity.
Yeah, they should be providing us, with a letter. We had this for the Housing Trust as well. When they developed their site, they had a list of recommendations if there was a spotted turtle or other type of habitat of a protected species.
So, Galen, just
Yep.
for my own sake here, you're saying agency approval, DEP approval will be required for the final?
Yeah, it'd be Maine DEP and Maine Inland Fisheries and Wildlife would be the other one. IMF&W.
So, and this project, it's small enough, and doesn't have the wetland impacts to require a NRPA permit. Need to do our notification to the Corps, but no DEP.
No DEP.
Right.
DEP
I guess I'm
no
curious, does the town have standards for protection of rare species
We,
as part of the planning board site review?
I'm gonna let Galen answer that, but my understanding is that the town follows the guidance of Maine DEP.
Yeah, it's whatever the state has for protections is what we
Nothing
normally
in
have
addition
for,
to that.
we don't have anything that's more stringent than what the state has. Outside of if it's a pond over 10,000 square feet, there is a non-disturbance within the 250-foot buffer of new dwellings in that premise. But outside of that, we would follow whatever the recommendations of the state would be.
Recommendations and requirements.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so there's something that's gonna be a follow-up.
So that'd be a condition in the findings of fact?
There's no findings of fact issued for preliminary.
No, but ultimately,
We would make sure this is resolved during the final
okay,
plan submission.
okay.
And there might be some condition that's levied, but